2, 1. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Okay, we're going to go through a few things. We're actually broadcasting this live to Facebook. Hello. Quiet on set. We're broadcasting this live to Facebook, so you guys will be able to go and watch it. I want to kind of discuss just as really quick what we wired up yesterday. We've got our computer, we've got an XLR microphone, we've got an XLR cable. The XLR cable is going into the soundboard. The soundboard has the level, this is called a slider, or you can call it a volume knob, or whatever you want to call it here. We have that moved up, and then you have to have this master mix mic up also, okay? So you have to have two things up, and then if you look over here, if you can get this, this is a composite cable that, you get a shot of that. This is a composite cable that where we're taking all of our sound in and we're sending it out of the soundboard. Send it out, tape out. Most soundboards have a tape out, so that's how we're getting it into the computer. So we're sending it out and we're going into the computer here. All right, any questions on that? No? Connor, any questions?
No.
You're taking notes? Oh, I got him. Okay, good. We're still broadcasting. All right, so now we're going to go into the computer here, and we're going to go to GarageBand. So on the recording, in both of the recording studios over there, it will be a setup just like this. On the back of the soundboard, there's two buttons that you have to turn on. You have to turn on the main power, and you also have to turn on the phantom power. And those are back here. You probably can't see them, but there's two buttons that you have to turn on. Phantom power and the regular power. Phantom power gives power to the microphone because there's no battery in here. It's not plugged into the wall. But this microphone has to get power somehow. And it gets it from the board, the soundboard, that's actually plugged into the wall. Okay? What is phantom power? Dane?
Power from the board is being transferred into the microphone.
Very good. All right, sweet. Okay, so let's go into GarageBand. We're going to double click this. We're also going to cover truncated files today too. Okay, so we started this project yesterday. We called it Jimmy John's. Actually, we're going to change our mind on that today. So we're going to go up to File. We're going to go to New. We're going to go to New Music Project, and we are going to call this Bike Helmet PSA, and we're going to save it to the desktop. We're going to hit Create. Here's the piano. Make sure that you're getting sound. All of the computers in both of those rooms are connected to a sound speakers. So when this piano pops up first, make sure that you push one of the keys and make sure that you're getting sound. If you're not getting sound, it's either the speaker is either unplugged from the back of this, the speaker isn't on, or the speaker is actually unplugged down on the floor. So one of three things could be, or the fourth thing that could be wrong is up here, the speaker. Many times students will have this all the way down. So they'll come up here, they'll hit the piano keyboards, and nothing is happening. And so that's the first thing that I check when you ask for help. It's like there's no sound on my computer. I'll come up here, and most of the time the sound is down. And then you can close this keyboard. So to close this, we're going to hit the red little button right there. All right? Then the next thing you want to do is you want to go up to Control, and we're going to shut this metronome off. Otherwise, when you hit record, it's going to click like over and over in your recording track. We had one student do an entire radio show with the metronome on. Okay? They didn't bother to ask, what's that clicking noise right here? It's Peter Pan's crocodile, right? All right, so we'll shut the metronome off. We're going to go up to Track. We're going to select New Track. And Software Instrument, we will actually use a software instrument. Right now, this soundboard consider that a real instrument. So that's right here. We're going to click on Real Instrument. We're going to hit Create. Okay? Questions so far? We're all good? Real Instrument. Okay? And then we're going to select Vocals over here. And then we're going to go up to No Effects for right now. Okay? And now we're set to record. Now we need to set our record levels. I've got a microphone here. It's called an XLR microphone. And I've got my microphone plugged into input 2. 1, 2, 3. You can get a shot of that really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is your VU meter. This is how loud the sound is coming into the computer. We've had students record where the VU meter is like this, and they do an entire like 20 minutes of voiceover recording, and you can see that nothing is really moving right there. There's not really hardly any sound being recorded. What your VU meter should look like is when it's going back and forth and you can actually see those lines bumping back and forth. So not like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, or here, let me, 1, 1, 1, there it is. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should be getting louder than that, okay? So whether or not you have to talk louder, get closer to your microphone, or bump up the sound on the soundboard, get your levels up to where they need to be. I always say this little white little ball, that's where your voice should be bumping up to. Okay? Any questions on that? So let's just do a quick record. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just recorded that. I'm going to hit the space bar to stop the recording. We're going to play it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can count to 10. All right, cool.
Want to talk a little bit about how to adjust the soundboard too? Or
Yeah, I could do that too. Like recording it at a lower rate?
Well, yeah, and how you get it up to the right sliders. You kind of talked about it.
Oh, okay.
The VU on that as well.
Oh, on here?
Yeah, that's kind of a factor as well.
Okay. On the actual soundboard here, I was going over 0 just because I want to get my levels up to, it's going past the 0 point right here. But the thing that I always look at is I always look at the computer and how loud it's coming in. I don't know. In the radio station, you guys will monitor your VU meters here too also. So anyway. Okay, let's see. If I were to record this a little bit lower, let's bring this down and we'll hit record again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see how this one sounds. So I was recording. I had the volume up on the microphone. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, someone tell me the difference between, let me shrink this down a little bit. Someone tell me the difference between the first one and the second one here. Yes?
One is louder, one is softer.
Yep. What else? What other differences do you see? I recorded both of them. I'm counting on. Yes, AJ.
Looks like the other one has just like a straight line. There's not really like, it looks like there's not really any bump sound. Like
Right. But if I play it back, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I've had students say, my voice is there. Why is it so low? So because I'm at like -20. Okay, so when I recorded the first one, when you could actually hear my voice, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I was up at 0, which doesn't make sense unless you guys are actually looking at the soundboard. 0 dB is where you want that to be. Okay, so the moral of the story is you want to have waveforms here so that you can use that sound. we would not be able to use this sound right here. Okay, so we've had students do an entire voiceover. Pulling on that. We've had students do an entire voiceover, and this is what their track looks like. Guess what? We make them redo it. And I'll go in, I'll count to 10, I'll show them the waveforms, and I'll say, make sure that your voiceover looks like this. Okay? All right. Good? All right. Let's go on to the next thing. To save it, bring that back. If I wanted to save this, 1, 2, 3, we're going to go up to Share, and we're going to select Send Song to iTunes. Now, this does not send it all the way to Los Angeles, California, where iTunes is. A lot of students think, well, I don't want the whole world to have this. It's like, no, it's just going inside of this box, this circle. So send song to iTunes. It's going to mix that sound down. It's mixing it down, creating the mix down, creating mix down. And when it's done doing a mix down, it will save it into iTunes. iTunes will open up automatically. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it will automatically start playing it. Okay? Bike helmet PSA, that's what I named it. Let's go to recently added, because it was just recently added. Bike helmets PSA. It's 11 seconds long. So if I double click on this, it will start playing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? So now when it's in iTunes, what you want to do is we're going to go into GarageBand again. We're going to go and hide GarageBand, and then a flash drive. There's a flash drive on my desk, if you can find it. Thanks. We're going to put a flash drive into the back of this computer, and we're going to save this voiceover onto it. So we'll just wait just a second. Let's go back to GarageBand. Down here on the bottom of the screen, you guys can't see it. Mr. Mathis is gone. Oh, wait. Thank you. Oh. Yeah. This is a flash drive. This is a flash drive. It's a USB flash drive. You all should have one of these for this class. Should have your name on it, written on it, in marker, so that we can get it back to you. So we're going to put this into the back of the computer. There we go. In the two recording studios in there, we have a USB connection that's taped to the side. So all you have to do is just drop your flash drive in. You don't have to put it into the back. Try to make it easy for you. All right, so here's my flash drive on my computer, Tauchi 3. And here's my file, Bike Helmet PSA. This is iTunes. So from iTunes, I'm going to click, and I'm going to drag this Bike Helmets PSA onto Tauchi 3. And I'm going to let go. It's going to copy it. It's copied. So if I double click on my flash drive here right now, double click, Bike Helmet PSA, it's right here. I made it today at 12:18. It's 1.9 megabytes, AIFF. Okay, now I'm going to show you one other thing here really quick. I'm going to duplicate that, duplicate, period, underscore. Oh, crap. Well, I should be able to show them on this too. Period, underscore. I'll just change a letter here. Still won't do it. Okay, I'll just do it like this. Period, underscore. Okay. So can you guys see this? Yeah, you can, because it's up on the screen, right? Dan, I didn't get much sleep last night either. You with me?
No, sir.
Okay, do you see this right here? Period, underscore, bike, helmet, PSA, copy. You see that? Okay. Does everybody see that? This is detrimental to your success here. This is like the most important thing I'm going to tell you all day. This is called a truncated file. And when you put this flash drive into the computer in there to start editing, you will have two files. One is called, whatever you named it, I named mine Bike Helmet PSA. And then I named the other one, well, there's only one, but it saves it as two copies. It saves it as period, underscore, Bike Helmet PSA. It saves it as the same name. This is called a truncated file. We don't use truncated files because it's just the way that the PC talks to this computer. It's the way that the PC allows this audio to be used in the program that we use it for. So for some reason it makes that truncated file, but the one that you want to copy to your desktop, the one that you want to copy to your desktop is not the truncated file. You don't need it. You don't need to copy it. Just ignore it. Okay? You will have a truncated file on your flash drive. So a truncated file is typically 1 kilobyte, which is nothing. There's nothing there. But the actual Bike Helmet PSA is, let me see if it tells me here. It doesn't. I know.
1.2 megs.
Usually it will tell you like 400,000 kilobytes, whereas the truncated file is 1 kilobyte. So you want to grab the one that has kilobytes, that has information. So the one that is not truncated, let me put the truncated thing in there, period, underscore, period, underscore. You do not want this one. So however you want to, if you want to stare at it for 20 seconds and lock it into your brain, your long-term memory, take a photo, write it on a notebook paper, take a snapshot with your phone. You don't want that one, the one that's blinking. Everybody got it? That's one of the most important things that I just told you all day today for this. Right, Karina?
Yep.
Have you had this happen before to you?
Yeah, that was like last try.
Oh, right, yep. So sometimes you forget. Sometimes you bring the truncated file in, but so don't grab the file that has period, underscore. And we're gonna show you this to our TSEN class today because they're gonna be doing features and voiceovers and promos and things like that. So we're also going to show them this information as well. Okay. So now we're actually going to create something. I've done a little bit of research here, and we're going to do a voiceover. We've got a long enough XLR cable where we're actually going to build a PSA, a radio PSA, which is you're going to be working on your radio PSA tomorrow. Nope, keep going. GarageBand. Oh, what did you just say?
Should I stop down this?
No, just keep it going. We'll post the whole thing on YouTube. Okay, so did you guys see what I just did? I don't need me counting. That's not going to be part of my PSA. So to get rid of that, I don't want that. You highlight it, and on the keyboard, you hit the delete key, and it's gone. I know there's like 3 delete keys on every single keyboard, and kids are like, which delete key is it? I don't know. And like kids are like, it's not going away. It's this one right here, delete. Okay, all right. So now, this will be good. Mr. Mathis, we're just gonna pass the mic here. Can you get a shot of the screen here? Who wants the first?
Oh, we just went to hit space.
Oh, okay. Who wants to have the first voiceover for our PSA? Kinley, thank you for volunteering. Okay, sweet. All right. Can you new track cancel? Can you count to 5 for me?
1, 2,
How you normally
3,
speak.
4, 5.
Okay, new track. Real instrument. That's up. That's up. Do it again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
New track. I'll just go new track. Real instrument. Okay, try it again.
1, 2,
There you are.
3, 4, 5.
Okay, so there's nothing moving there. You need to get closer to the mic. Okay, so you are going to say what?
Can you turn that volume down there?
This one?
Yeah, does that help it too?
Probably. Okay, so which one of those do you want to read?
4.
4? All right, so are you ready? We're going to hit record on here. Recording, quiet on set. 5, 4, 3.
1,000 people die each year in bicycling accidents.
Okay, we're going to do a take 2 because you're laughing. Or, okay, so here's a good opportunity. So when she laughed, you know that you're not going to use that, right? So just delete that.
Read number 1 instead.
Okay, so we're going to hit record again. Record. Okay, go.
3 of 10 Americans own their own bicycle.
Stop.
So do line 1.
3 of 10 Americans own their own bicycle.
Okay, that works. Next one. Who wants to do the next one? Okay, pass the mic over to Nick. Which one do you want to do?
Number 9.
Number 9? Which one did, Kinley, which one did you
She ended
do?
up doing number 1.
3 of 10. Okay, let's just go in order here. Do number 2.
Okay.
Give me a sound check here really quick. You got to talk louder.
Read the line.
Millions ride their bikes to work on a daily basis.
Talk a little louder. Do it again.
Millions ride their bikes to work on a daily basis.
Okay, here we go. Record and go.
Millions ride their bikes to work on a daily basis.
Take 2.
Millions ride their bikes to work on a daily basis.
A little bit more energy.
Millions ride their bikes to work on a daily basis.
Stop. Okay, so now can you get a shot of the screen here really quick? That's good that he screwed up so many times. This is a good opportunity for learning. All right, so give me this shot here. Okay.
Millions ride their bikes to work on a daily basis. Millions ride their bikes to work on a daily basis.
See how your energy level just went like, I just crushed your spirit? Okay, so then I said, more energy.
Millions ride.
And then you went, and then you went right into it. So the and then we would have to cut out the So you want to get a good read when you guys are doing this. All right, so then we're going to actually use the last take.
Right there. Millions ride their bikes to work on a daily basis.
So that's the one that we're going to use. So now we've got 3 cuts here that we don't want, right? So here's what you do. We're going to go up here. We're just going to crop this out for right now. You can grab the edge of that and do it this way. Let me see.
Wow.
Sorry, I went the wrong way here.
Millions ride their. Millions ride.
So you can, listen up, you can grab the edge of this, you can pull this over, crop that out. Or another thing that you could do is you go up to Edit, go to Split, and it splits the track. You can just highlight that and you can hit Delete.
Millions ride their.
Okay? So it was a little overmodulated, but it's fine.
I love overmodulating.
What's that?
I love overmodulating.
No, you don't.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
Is all
It sounds unprofessional. We'll make you redo it.
Millions ride their bikes to work on a daily basis.
Okay. Next person.
Oh, we gotta get that up there.
So just read number 3.
Okay, I'll go next.
Dan wants to do. Okay.
I thought it was 3.
3, there's 3.
So practice that.
Most cyclists ride in the states where they live. The top 3 states for bike riders include California, Illinois, and New York.
Illinois.
I don't know what you said,
Illinois.
right?
Yeah, I know.
I was just joking. I know.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. All right. Okay, give me a sound check one more time.
Hello.
Well, read the script.
Read the line like you're gonna read it.
Most cyclists ride in the states where they live. The top 3 states.
That's good. Okay, we're gonna hit record. Quiet on set.
Most cyclists ride in the states where they live. The top 3 states for bike riders include California, Illinois, and New York.
Lost where they live on her. Was it me? Did it sound like she said it? I couldn't tell.
Here, let's listen to it.
Most cyclists ride in the states where they live. The top 3
Yeah.
states for bike riders include California, Illinois, and New York.
That's good.
Did she say where they live or they live in? What did she say?
The top 3 states for bike riders include California.
Oh, I missed it.
What I asked.
Cyclists ride in the states where they live. The top 3
Where they live.
Okay.
states for bike riders include California, Illinois, and New York. Such a good voice.
Okay, and did you want to do one? Number 4. Okay, quiet on set. Can you read that line once?
1,000 people die each year bicycling accidents.
Okay, that's good.
Bicycle.
So before you record a voiceover or a script or whatever, you want to get you'll have your microphone will be mounted in the recording studio, but you want to make sure that your levels are where they need to be, up by that white ball. Okay, so I'm going to hit record.
1,000 people die each year in bicycling accidents.
One more time.
1,000 people die each year in bicycling accidents.
Okay. Play that back.
1,000 people die each year in bicycling accidents. 1,000 people die each year in bicycling accidents.
I like the first one better. You like the first one better?
I don't know which one's.
Oh, this one's the first one.
Okay.
That's the first one. That's the second
Yeah,
one.
the first one's.
First one's good. Okay. Can you get a shot of the screen, Mr. Mathis, please? So Danny just did 2 takes of the same line, which we encourage you to do, so that if one is too short or too long, you can have a couple different options to choose. So if we're going to use the first one here,
People die each year in bicycling accidents.
we can hit stop, and then we can go up to edit, and we can hit split, and it splits that layer. Then we can select just that one that we're not going to use, and we can hit the delete key on the keyboard, and now it's gone. Okay. Another way that you can do it, I'll undo. You can grab the edge of it and just drag it over. Okay. So what we're doing here, we're not actually editing. Well, we're kind of editing. We're kind of editing just the clips that we're going to use. But you can kind of see that there's gaps in between all of these. There we have the first one, the second one, third one. Okay. So we're just building our clips that we're going to use in our final editing. The final editing will take place in the other room. Okay. And let's do one more voiceover. Let's just do. Well, I can just tell who wants the last one. Okay. Oh, you're going to come over here. Got it. Okay. Please wear a bike helmet.
Say, please wear a bike. Please
Repeat
wear a
after
bike.
me.
Please.
Please.
wear a bike helmet.
You can't laugh though. This is a very serious
Wear a
thing.
bike helmet.
Please wear a bike helmet.
Please wear a bike helmet.
No, please
Please
wear a bike helmet.
wear a bike helmet.
Okay. All right. Give me a sound check here really quick. Give me a mic check. Quiet on set.
Go and do the line.
Quiet on set.
Please. Or
No, it's kind of like you're begging though. Please. Like you're begging your mom and dad for a new car. Please. Yeah. But no, don't smile. Because we can tell when you're smiling. Okay, quiet on set. Did you guys know when people are smiling, you can tell?
Yeah.
Here, let me try it once. Let's test that theory. Turn around, face that. Okay? So you're going to say please, one straight face and one smiling. You're not going to tell us which one though. I'm going to hit record and I'm going to let the audience decide. Okay? Hold on a second. Okay. Go.
please wear a bike helmet. Please wear a bike helmet.
Oh, duh, you're laughing.
I didn't do it facing backwards.
Okay. That was awful. That was an epic fail.
No, actually, it's a really good example.
I know.
Just
Okay.
went overboard.
Please.
I mean,
Wear a bike helmet.
That was pretty good. I'll give you that. High five. Good job.
Very good.
Okay. I'll take your mic. Thanks. Good work. You're not an epic fail, Julia. You want the second take?
no.
Please wear a bike helmet.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I didn't do it facing backwards. Please wear a bike helmet.
It's much better. You tell how she ends it too.
Okay. So now, another thing that students will sometimes do, can you get a shot of this really quick? If you have a whole bunch of script that you need to read, like let's say this is your 2-minute news story that you're going to record, okay? Bless you. What people will do is when they're recording into the microphone, they'll hit their mouse, and it's so loud, and they'll like, good morning, it's Wednesday, December 6, 2017. Here's what's happening in the news today. Stop. And their mouse click is so close to the end of their script, just let it keep recording. Because you can edit, you can take time out, but because you're eventually going to have to edit those mouse clicks out in Adobe Audition. So just hit record down here, hit record, read through your script, do another take, and then you'll be fine. Okay? So now we would take this script into Adobe Audition.
And how do we do it?
Let me do one thing really quick.
3 of 10 Americans own their own bicycle. Millions ride their bikes to work on a daily basis.
We're going to shorten that one up a little bit.
Most cyclists ride in the states where they live. The top 3 states for bike riders include California, Illinois, and New York.
Pull this over.
1,000 people die each year in bicycling accidents.
Please wear a bike helmet.
All right, so now there's a couple things that we can do to this. When you listen to the voice on here,
Ride their bikes to work on a daily basis.
it sounds like we're sitting in a classroom, right? Yeah, it does. So if we go into vocals, can you show them this really quick? We're going to put a little bit of reverb on here. We're going to go into vocals. So with this track selected, we've got this track selected. We're going to go to vocals. We're going to go to live performance. Vocal reflection is pretty cool. You know what? Let me do a new track here also. New track, real instrument. So before we export this out, before we export out this sound, I'm going to add some effects to it. And on this one, I'm going to put live performance. And on this one, I'm going to drag, oops, can't do that. I'm going to drag this one down. I'm going to put this one as vocal reflection. So this is what vocal reflection sounds like.
Hang on, where is it? Down the bottom?
Gospel.
vocal reflection.
Please wear a bike helmet.
So let's play the other pieces here for you with live performance.
3 of 10 Americans own their own bicycle.
Millions ride their bikes to work on a daily basis.
Most cyclists ride in the states where they live. The top 3 states for bike riders include California, Illinois, and New York.
1,000 people die each year in bicycling accidents.
Please wear a bike helmet.
Let's do helium breath, just for fun.
Not to me.
We'll put it back to vocal reflection. Okay. So once you have all your elements recorded, we're going to share it. Share it to California. No, we're just kidding. We're going to share it to the cylinder here. So we'll go to share, send song to iTunes. This isn't really a song. You awake down there? Sweet, awesome. It's doing a mix down. Where is it going to save it to? Nope, it's going to go to iTunes. Yes. All right, bike helmets PSA. We're going to go to recently added, which is right here.
3 of 10 Americans.
Okay, so here's our voiceover. Shh.
3 of 10 Americans own their own bicycle.
Okay, so it exported out. Marcus, question. You're being distracting. Yeah, you are. Don't be distracting. I'm trying to teach something here. Okay. So when we exported this sound out, it took all of the effects with it.
Millions ride their bikes to work on a daily basis.
When you get into editing this on the real editing computer, there's no way to remove the reverb from this. You would have to go back into this and physically take that out if you wanted to. You can still do it. If to save this project on GarageBand, you'd want to go up to File, Save, and it's going to save it as Bike Helmet PSA. It's typically a bar that comes across. Nope, that's only when you do Save As. Okay, so let's say tomorrow or the next day, you want to get rid of that live performance. You don't want it to echo. All you would have to do is just select that track and select vocals with no effects. Okay, so now it puts it back to a dry room.
3 of 10 Americans own their own bicycle.
Okay, so then you'd have to re-export out that file and share it with iTunes. Okay, so let's go back out to iTunes. Flash drive is still in there. I gotta tell you guys about ejecting it too. So bike helmet PSA. Our voiceover is 42 seconds long. Your PSA has to be 30 seconds. And you're going to work with someone tomorrow. And today was kind of like, we just grabbed some voiceovers, some clips, we recorded it. But tomorrow you guys are going to do some research as far as, you don't have to do it on bike helmets. You could do it on texting, driving, you could do it on whatever you want. But you guys are going to be doing some research on that tomorrow, okay? So when we shared it to iTunes, it's right here. We're going to click and drag this bike helmet PSA over to flash drive, which will show up in there. It's copying. If we double click that, bike helmet PSA 2. Now this one is 7 megabytes. Make sure that if you have one that has the same name, it's going to put a 2 in there. So it's a good idea to change the name of each project. If you're going to do some voice tracking or you're going to do 2-minute newscast, just give it a new name. You shouldn't put it into your bike helmet PSA project. Okay? Are you passing notes? What grade are we in today? Gee. Okay, don't. Stop. Okay. Any questions on saving onto your flash drive? It's right here. So now, in order for this file to save onto your flash drive, here is what you must do. Now, this is an invisible button down here. When you pull the mouse down to here, down to the dock, there's a little trash can that shows up on the bottom. It's always in the same spot. You need to bring your flash drive down into the trash. So you're going to drag it down. When you move your mouse away from it, it disappears. Okay, so we're going to grab the flash drive. We're going to drag it down. The flash drive shows up as eject. You must eject your flash drive. Otherwise, your files will not save onto your flash drive. I don't know. It's a quirky thing. It does it. And if you just pull the flash drive out, you're going to get a little warning sign on here saying, you did not eject your flash drive correctly. It's got a little red like stop sign and all this. It looks like the world's going to end, which it's not. But it will tell you that you did something wrong. So you might as well just put your flash drive back into the back of the computer, or actually right here where that slot is, and resave that file back onto your flash drive. Okay? Okay, so now that the flash drive has disappeared off of your desktop, you can actually pull this out. Actually, you would pull it out up here. I think that right side room, it's actually gaff taped to the table, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so you would just pull that out, and then we would bring it into Adobe Audition. And that's where we would, I'm going to show you some other things here too quick. That's where you would, we'll do some training on Friday as far as taking those voices, and we'll start stacking them as far as tracks. Okay? And we'll show you that on Friday. Let me show you a, is there any questions on this? Fire them away.
Could you show us what it looks like when it goes wrong in ejecting the flash drive?
Yeah.